earlier, this council, we did not vote to bring on the CEO of the Housing Commission. That was taken care of by the Housing Commission Board, okay? And then Arthur Woodson, you mentioned something about one of the housing commissioners. They did do a resolution to remove that person, but that was handled through the Housing Commission Board. So it's already done. So I just wanted to clear those two things up. And I forgot what else I was going to say. Anyway, thank you guys. Madam Chair, I'm done.
Hey, thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak during council response?
Madam Chair.
Councilwoman in the 4th Ward.
Mr. Woodson, I have a bachelor's degree in accounting from Lake Superior State College. I also passed the CPA exam in 1983. I chose not to become a certified public accountant. However, I have the skills and the knowledge. My bookkeeping for QuickBooks, I have the highest certification available to anyone in QuickBooks. Mr. Trevor Berryhill is married to my nephew. He is not welcome at my home, my niece, sorry, is married to my niece. He is not welcome at my home.
Please pause the time. So everyone has had an opportunity to speak that signed up to speak during public speaking. It is now time for council response. We ask that you respect every council person up here during their time to respond. Councilwoman Priestley has the floor. This is not a back and forth. It is her time to speak. Go ahead, Councilwoman Priestley.
Mr. Trevor Berryhill is no longer welcome in my home. My sisters have decreed that, not me. But I am not welcoming him in my home because I love my sisters and they love me. My niece, I have 3 nieces who are married or have been married. They're not my nephews. Their husbands are not my nephews.
Please stop yelling out Winters Hall.
I have a nephew. I have two nephews and 3 great nephews. Those are who I have. In regards to domestic violence, he is innocent until proven guilty by a court of law, according to the Constitution. You want to talk about something else? You got a councilwoman up in Saginaw who was convicted in a court of law, who will be removed from her seat this week, as well as going to the jail.
Please
if
pause
he
the
is
time.
convicted,
Please
then
pause the time. It is Councilwoman Priestley's time to speak.
if he is convicted, then we will deal with that. Until then, he is innocent according to our Constitution, and I will stand by that. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak during council response?
I would like to.
Councilwoman Johnson, you have the floor.
All right. I'd like to thank all the Third Ward residents that voted for me, that believed in me, and that I'm very appreciative of it. And anything that you need of me, make sure you get in contact with me, and have an amazing and a blessed day.
Thank you. Seeing as how there's no one else left to speak during council response, I will go ahead and take my time. I do want to just talk about two different things here. One, the first thing, I believe her name is Ms. Deborah. What you said about the youth needing activities and events and stuff to do, and that there should be monies placed in there, I am in wholehearted agreement with that. Councilwoman Burns is correct in the fact that the Haskell Center for the Flint PAL, that is supposed to be the purpose of that center. And so we should look at making sure that that programming gets activated. I think that it would also be good if you could email the entire council or the city clerk and she can send it to the council, some of your ideas about some programming that you would also like to see. I think you talked a little bit about some mental health services that probably needs to be given to them, as well as maybe just some social services, because anytime we say mental health services, that immediately gives red flags and people won't come. I think that I agree that we do need a solution. There are people who have more access to the troubled youth than others. And so I think that the people who have more access have a duty to come to those who do not have that same access and tell us how we can help, how that funding should go, tell us the resources and people and partnerships we should put in place. So I do thank you for giving us your time and attention for that. And if you could please give that information to the clerk, or if you want to just send it to council members separately, however you want to do it. We do look forward to hearing more of your input on that. Miss Mary, you are more than welcome. If you ever need anything else, let me know. I do think another thing that we keep hearing about, and I think that this is going to go well into the investigative portion that Councilwoman Burns asked about, is if certain things, if permits were pulled and if not, and how we properly educate everyone on how to pull permits and stuff for an event so we don't have these issues. That is my time. We're now moving on to the consent agenda. What is the pleasure of the body? Councilwoman Priestley.
Agenda.
There is a motion to approve the consent agenda. Is there support? I will support it. Are there separations? Well, I think we had a question. Oh, go ahead. No. I think, Madam Clerk, we just need clarity here really quickly. Because we have something on our agenda that we're not necessarily used to seeing, and that is the petitions and communications. Could you just, for clarity for both the council and then also for those in attendance and those watching online, clarify that section for us?
So the petitions and communications are generally communications to the council from internal and external entities. And those items are not, copies aren't included with the packet.
Okay.
It's an item that can be requested through the clerk or council staff. So it's just a blurb, but if you want a copy, you just have to request it. We don't put the copies with the packets.
Okay, and then can you also explain to us, because I know that Mr. Woodson brought up a resolution here. I'm thinking it was 250281-T. Can you just explain, once it's in this section, how that actually works and if the council is able to take any action on it or what it means?
So that's actually a Flint Housing Commission resolution that their board adopted, that they sent to the city council and to the mayor. For the record, the resolution is their request to Geraldine Redmond that she resign from their board. They've also voted to censure Ms. Redmond. And then they asked that if she did not voluntarily resign, that the mayor and council follow charter mandate in order to remove her from that Flint Housing Commission.
All right, thank you. And then there is resolution 250283-T. If you could please explain that as well. Well, communication 250283-T.
And that communication was just a memo from the mayor to the council, letting the council know that he will be enacting an executive order regarding the blighted properties. The order itself was not included with the communication. It was just letting the council know that he would be enacting an executive order. So there's no details other
We
than
don't have
what's
detail
written.
for that?
This is exactly the memo, the language from the memo.
All right, thank you. Is there any way that we can, through you, send a request, or maybe the city attorney could explain it to us? Can you send a request to the city attorney to just help us a little bit more with that one about the executive order and what it's for? Like, what is the executive order?
I actually received this memo through the city attorney.
Okay. Perfect. So if we could just,
And I
Yeah.
did send all of these communications copies to the council.
perfect. Thank you so very much. So now we can move on to the consent agenda. I believe we had a motion on the floor to adopt, correct?
Yep.
And then it was supported, correct?
Yep.
By me. And then I asked for separations and Councilwoman Burns asked for the floor.
Yes, I have two separations, Madam Chair. Resolution 250182, grant acceptance, continuing professional education, and 250266.1. Yep, thank you.
66.1.
Why are we separating now? Okay, guess we'll find out.
Got a question about that.
Okay, I probably had an answer. Okay. All right. Were those your only separations?
Yes.
All right, and then are there any other separations? All right, seeing as how there aren't any other separations, the consent agenda will include Resolution 250260-T, which is the Alexander Chemical Corporation Phosphoric Acid 75% Water Plant, 250261 PVS Technologies, Pollution Control 250262, Pollution Control 250263, would be the backhoe and loaders, 250264.1, is the renaming of Hasselbring to the Eric B. Mays Senior and Community Service Center. 250268 is the design, engineering, construction services for the Western Road Bridge. And then what did make it from special affairs, 250269, which is the design and construction engineering services for the Grand Traverse Street Bridge. Let's see. That didn't make it. That stayed. And then there's also, I think that's it.
Madam Chair,
And then the presentation of minutes
included in
and,
as well as the communications, you're just stating that they will be placed on
Perfect.
file so that they can be requested.
thank you, Ms. Winfrey Carter. It will also include the presentation of minutes as well as the petitions and communications. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Dr. Lewis is not in. Beasley?
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Yes.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer is not in. Mr. Jarrett is not in. Mr. Alamin is not in. The vote is 5 yes, 0 no.
Vote is 5 yes, 0 no. The consent agenda passes. Moving on to Resolution 250182-T, which is the grant acceptance continuing professional education, State of Michigan Commission Law Enforcement Standards. What is the pleasure of the body?
Madam Chair,
Councilwoman Priestley.
motion to approve.
There's a motion to approve by Councilwoman Priestley. Is there support? I will support it. Is there a discussion?
Madam Chair.
Councilwoman Burns.
This is yet another item, a resolution I've asked Chief Green to be here for numerous times, through you to the city clerk. Madam Clerk, did you send correspondence to Chief Green to let him know that he was requested to be here?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so, thank you. I don't think that Deputy Chief Antcliffe is Chief Green. I was very specific with my request. The fact that he continues and deliberately to not show up without reason is beyond disrespectful, not to this council, but to this community, to his own officers. He does not show up. If he cares as much as he says he cares, he should be here to answer basic questions and stop sending people in lieu of him coming himself. It's his responsibility. We have one police chief, one. and he continuously denies to show up. So as long as he continuously denies to show up and to be disrespectful, my vote is a no. I yield the floor.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who would like the floor in the first round of discussion?
Madam Chair.
Councilwoman Priestley.
So by denying this $99,000, it costs our general fund $99,000 because we have to reimburse for these training costs. We have to pay for these training costs. So by not accepting the grant, we have to cover those costs because they will be paid. It's not stopping it from being paid. It's just stopping us from receiving reimbursement. $99,000 out of the general fund. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else in the first round of discussion?
Madam Chair.
Councilwoman in the Fifth Ward.
Well, Judy, Councilwoman Priestley, it would behoove you to get Chief Green to come to the council meeting. We've been asking. And if you're so concerned about this resolution, you could have made an amended resolution. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Is there anybody else in the first round of discussion? Seeing as how there's no one else in the first round of discussion, I will take my time. I am going to support this because, as Councilwoman Priestley said, it's getting paid either way. So do you want the grant to pay for it, or do you want to come out of money we don't have? I understand what my colleagues are saying about who they want present. They have one vote just like I have one vote. We will see what happens with this tonight. I am in support of it, and also in Councilwoman Priestley's defense, she can't get him down here any more than anybody else can. So I think that's it. Second round of discussion.
Madam Chair,
Councilwoman Burns.
after you to the city clerk. City clerk, not to you, I'm sorry, to the city attorney.
City Attorney.
Attorney Gurley, it's clear that we have a problem getting our very own Flint police chief down here with a gun violence epidemic. What is the subpoena process, since we may have to subpoena him to be here?
I would have to look at the charter and I can provide you with an answer, but the council does have subpoena power.
Okay, so at this point, that is what I would like to do. So however that process is, I would like for the clerk, and I'll send an email to you, Attorney Gurley, and the city clerk, and to subpoena Chief Terrence Green to come before council. This is an embarrassment to our city. Now, he cares so much about the sergeant's pay, but yet he's not here. He cares so much about what's happening with our community, and yet he's not here. He cares about the training, but yet he's not here. And as far as we're going to have to pay it, if he cared about that and not coming out of his funding, he would be here. So I would like to have that to make sure that I would subpoena Chief Green so that he can be here to do his job. I would appreciate that. And to that, I yield the floor.
Thank you. Anybody else in the second round of discussion? All right, seeing as how there's no one else in the second round of discussion, this is the roll call vote for Resolution 250182-T, which is the Grant Acceptance Continuing Professional Education for the State of Michigan Commission Law Enforcement Standards. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Ms. Johnson,
Yes.
Ms. Priestley? Yes. Ms. Winfrey Carter?
No.
Ms. Burns?
No.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer is not in. Mr. Jarrett is not in. Mr. Alamin is not in. Dr. Lewis is not in. The vote is 3 yes, 2 no.
The vote is 3 yes, 2 no. That
Madam Chair.
fails. Councilwoman Burns.
I'd like to make an amendment to have this stay here, please.
There is an amended motion to leave
Upon the subpoena,
this,
the subpoena of our police chief, Terrence Green.
so we don't know the,
We can put it in there though. Because clearly he's not coming on his own.
so your motion is,
Let's just say to keep it here.
Okay,
And then
all
he's
right.
gonna be subpoenaed anyway to come do his job.
okay. All right, so then there is a motion to leave resolution 250182-T in council. Is there support? Councilwoman in the Fifth Ward supported it. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Ms. Priestley? Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Yes.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer is absent. Mr. Jarrett is absent. Mr. Alamin is absent. Dr. Lewis is absent. Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
The vote is 5 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 5 yes, 0 no. That resolution stays in council. Moving on to our final resolution of the evening, which is resolution 250266.1-T, which is the amended resolution reallocation of ARPA funding, food access and food system support, Food Bank of Eastern Michigan, St. Mark Missionary Baptist Church's Community Outreach, and Christian Love Faith Center. What is the pleasure of the body? Councilwoman Priestley. There's been a motion to approve. Is there support?
Support.
Supported by the councilwoman in the Sixth Ward. Councilwoman Priestley.
Put my mic on, that I also spoke with Dr. Lewis and and that she wholeheartedly supports this being given to the food bank. And I think it's an excellent way of distributing this money. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else in the first round of discussion?
Madam Chair,
Councilwoman Burns.
2 questions. So originally, I think we were trying to get 4 passed. And I was told that the other 2 were paid. Through you to, we don't have anybody here from the staff. I don't know, through you to Councilwoman Priestley, do you know what account the other 2 were paid out of? The Eastside Compassion and the Franklin Mission, they were paid?
I do not know the account number, no.
Do you know how much that they were paid? Were they 50 or 25?
I don't know if they've even been paid yet. There are contracts.
Okay, well, I'll submit a request to the administration, which we're having a tough time. Oh, also, through you, Madam Chair, did we find, was that error or issue corrected?
Yes, they are for Christian Faith Love. I had a chance to talk to the chief strategy officer earlier. That is taken care of.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
we're good
I
to go.
yield the floor, thank you.
All right, is anybody else in the first round of discussion? Anybody in the second round of discussion? Seeing as how there is no one in the second round of discussion, I will go ahead and take my time. This is one of those things that we all agree on, is the fact that food access is important. And so we are looking forward to getting the money to both of these entities so that they can continue the work that they are doing in the community. Can't be overstated enough. I think all 9 members of the council, including Dr. Lewis, because I know we've been hearing some contrary things. Dr. Lewis is in full support of this. And so we're just happy to be able to move this forward so that residents can receive help. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Yeah, I guess she on literature.
Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Yes.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat? Mr. Pfeiffer is absent. Mr. Jarrett is absent. Mr. Alamin is absent. Dr. Lewis is absent. Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
The vote is 5 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 5 yes, 0 no. Resolution 250266.1, which is the amended resolution reallocation of ARPA funding, food access and food system support, Food Bank of Eastern Michigan for St. Mark Missionary Baptist Churches, Community Outreach, and then Christian Love Faith Center has been approved.
Motion to adjourn.
There's a motion to adjourn. Is there support?
Support.
Moved and properly supported. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Yes.
The vote is 5 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 5 yes, 0 no. It is now 8:34 p.m. on Monday, August 25th. The city council meeting is now adjourned.